So, I want to talk to you about something. You got something like this, right? So, this is for your roll, right? Well, to stuff this, okay? So, this is what I want to talk to you about. This is what I want you to know about. So, if you get one of these, it's a, you know, tube. So, if the tip gets really, really bent, I like this to use this thing. It's a magnet for vehicles. You can get things out or screws, and I just try to straighten out with this at the tip, and then I just go forward, and then I start moving my hand like this with more pressure, actually, with more pressure, and that should straighten that out. Very, very nice. So, this is what I'm gonna do. You see, sometimes when you're pushing and when you're putting pressure, and then you might think, oh no, you messed up, right? You think you messed up. And this is what I want you to do. You see this tip right here? So as you're pushing, as you're pushing this thing, and okay, so it's like this, right? You're pushing it, and over here is all bent, right? So I don't know if you think, you know what? You're gonna give up on it. No, that's not what you do. You know what you're supposed to do? Go forward with this thing as you're going forward. As you're going forward, get it to the tube where you're grabbing the tip right here and also the tube, and push it. As you're pushing it, or actually pushing it, right? You're holding on to that the whole time, and that should fix the problem. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. Okay, so let's just say you got like a little mess. Okay, it's all over the place. Oh no, what do? You use this, right? The same thing that you pat down, you also use this to move a lot around. So it's like your cleanup, right? It cleans up. So you're gonna stuff it, right? This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna stuff it, and until it's nice and stuffed. But don't get it too stuffed. Just enough where, come on, it makes sense. Okay, so and when you're putting the tube in, this is what I want you to do. I want you to be very careful, but to go on the bottom part. The go as low as you can, and then you put it in, and that should do the trick and help with that thing. Of course. So as you're pushing a lot in, just note that at the end over here will be the tip for your tube. So, yeah. And if you realize, oh, it's not looking that good and this and that, so stuff it up. Stuff it up. But don't get it too stuffed. Otherwise, that's why it's kind of having problems. You don't want to get it to where it's too much. So, let me see if I got this right. Okay, so that's fine, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close it, and you see that tip right there? I mean, there's still some. So I grab this thing, and I push it a little bit. I get some of the thing out so it doesn't get in the way, of course. And I go on the bottom, and I put it right there. And you can do it any way possible. I like doing it this way. So as I'm pushing it in, right? And it's going in. So, and then I keep going. Not too much pressure, just enough. If you have to use pressure, then keep doing it. You'll get good practice, this and that. You just wiggle it, right? Wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it, and then there you go. And that should do the trick, right? So that's how you do it. And if you ask me, oh, what is it? What is it like doing this? It's great. It's real great. I'm not speaking too fast for it. I mean, I'm too soon for it, but it's great. It tastes real nice. I got no problem with it. Don't you just give it a try, and so I got the good stuff, menthol gold, and I started using the double diamond, and it works out great. It just works out great. So remember, stuff it up and to know where the beginning will be, and not do it so much. And of course, you could use some paper, right? I'd recommend it. Get yourself a flat surface, something like a toolbox. There's a toolbox under here. Well, it's like, yeah. And then you get, this is what you get. So there's some that I've messed up a little bit, like the tip, but it's not too much. You just have to know where the tip is at, and then after you get to the practice, you'll get really good at it. So that's how you do it. And that's the stuff I use. I use this magnet. I use this thing. This thing probably cost me like around $8. I use this thing to clean up. It comes with it. So there's that. And yeah, pretty much. This thing, well, you can push it in. You can fix the problem with it, being all bent in the tip. You can fix that up right away. And container, I have a container for it. So yeah, take care, and definitely watch my video. Definitely watch the whole thing. I should have said that in the beginning. Take care, everybody, and God bless, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Take care, you and your family.